Hi everybody, happy Wednesday. I'm finishing up one little thing for our sample card today. Welcome to Coffee and a Card. Got the cutest little card to share. Hi Carol. I just got off the phone with my daughter, so I'm a little late. Need a 1/2 inch of basic black for our sentiment. Oh, thank you, Carol. I think I got this a year ago at Target or somewhere like that. It's so nice today in Kansas City. It's supposedly going to get up to the 70s today, so I thought I'd wear something a little springy. We have small group tonight, so I don't know. I took it up a notch. How are you doing today? Hope you're doing well. I am, like I said, I'm just finishing up on the sentiment for our sample here. I would have been done. Oh, Kathy has our weather forecast for the Kansas City area. It's 72 today. I think spring is here. And then every time I think that, I remember the snows we've had in April. Like I think one Easter we had snow. Ugh. So I hate to count my chickens before they're hatched, but I'm really thinking spring is here, which means summer is not far behind. How are you today, Kathy? I'm going to flip the camera around here, but I wanted to get this sentiment on here. Like I said, my daughter called and we got to chatting, and you know how time gets away. So that's what happens, but it's a really cute little card and it uses scraps. It's supposed to snow Friday. Oh my gosh. Now I'm sick to my stomach. That makes me so mad. You just got home from babysitting. Did you babysit your little grandson? Let's see. I'm going to bring my camera around here. I did some babysitting last week. All right. This is the little card we're going to make. You might have seen this because I saw this on social media. It was from a different brand, not our Stampin' Up! Brand, but I thought it was so cute and so simple and perfect for spring. Hi, Mom. My mom is actually home. Some of you know she's had some health issues and has been at our home for a long while, and we moved her home Monday. So she is doing so much better, and we're so excited for her that she's making progress. Okay, so for this card, I'm just using some Balmy Blue. This is an 8.5 by 5.5 inch card. I scored it at 4 1/4 to make the card base, and I'm going to set that aside. And then I took a little piece of basic white, and I cut this one 4 1/8 by 5 3/8 because I wanted it to be really tight on the card front. Sometimes I cut them 1/4 down, and then I'm going to use I made a little mask or template, I don't know what you would call it, stencil to do the clouds, and I'm going to grab the die that I used to make that. This is a die from the Basic Borders dies that are in the annual catalog. It's this little cloud die, and I had a little card here that I used. This is going to be in my card class later this month, but I made this little section here using that die. So I've used this same stencil before in a project. It's been a while. And I'm also going to use one of our blending brushes and our Balmy Blue ink to make my background. So I'm just going to start at the top of this layer and ink up my blending brush. And I always like to start off the page so I don't get a big blob of ink. This is a real subtle color, so it wouldn't be as important to do that, but then I'm just going to kind of move my stencil around and lower it a little bit. I have my window open, in fact, because I was getting warm down here. And that makes me mad, Kathy Garnett, that it is going to snow on Friday. Why can't it just stay warm? We keep having these freaky deaky snows. I always forget to do this. Hello. I don't know if you care to see me, but I have the technology, so I might as well use it. I noticed some of the gals who do videos or lives, their little face is up at the top, and I bet I could move mine, but I'll just stick with the bottom right-hand corner. So if you'll notice, I'm kind of jigging the stencil a little back and forth so the clouds aren't stacked the same on each other. Thank you, Kathy. Carol mentioned my shirt too. I need to step up my game. I just felt like it was so warm I wanted to wear a springtime shirt. So I think I got this last year at Target. It's one of those shirts you have to iron. That's probably why I don't wear it very much. Do you guys iron? You still iron? If I can get away with kind of steaming it in the dryer, that works too, but I do have a few things I have to iron. I know some people don't even own irons, so. Okay, isn't that pretty? It looks like a real cloudy day because there was just a little rainstorm. And then the rainbow comes out. I think I'm going to send one of these to my granddaughter. When I stayed with her last week, she was learning about rainbows and all about how the moisture in the air creates prisms and the sun shines through the prisms and creates the rainbow. So I think I'm going to send one of these to her. Thank her for telling me all about the rainbows. Okay, before we put it on the card base, we're going to add our little strips. And I just took some scraps of cardstock. And hopefully I can remember all these colors, y'all. I've got pink pizzazz. Is that what it's called? This one is, this is for our sentiment. This one is Poppy Parade. This may be Magenta Madness. This one is definitely Pumpkin Pie. And then we have Daffodil Delight, Granny Apple Green, Bermuda Bay. This is Misty Moonlight. And this is Gorgeous Grape. Now I probably, when I send this to my granddaughter, because she told me the colors in the rainbow. So these are probably all wrong, but this is what I chose. Now I'm going to line my card up and center it with my grid paper. It's just going to help me out. And the Granny Apple Green and the Daffodil Delight would be the center of the rainbow. So I'm going to start with them. And these little 1/4-inch squares are, they are 1/4-inch squares on my grid paper, and the my strips are 1/4-inch. So that'll help me get everything lined up. I don't think we have to be too terribly, like we don't have to get our laser level out or anything. But we do want our lines to be straight, and then we'll trim off the ends here in a minute. But I wanted to start with the center and go outward so that everything is centered. You may be able to eyeball it better than I. I am still trying to get over this crud that I've got. When I went to urgent care Monday, they said there's a terrible virus going around, and she gave me a, it wasn't an antibiotic because she said it's a virus and it wouldn't help. You know how they do. And then, so she gave me this prednisone pack that's supposed to shrink everything that's all swollen up in my sinuses and my ears. And I think it is helping. But I am still, I don't get sick like this ever. So I don't like it. Kathy avoids ironing too. Yeah, that's why I have a lot of V-neck t-shirts. It's kind of my yoga pants from Walmart and a V-neck t-shirt. That's kind of my daily wardrobe. What do they call that? A capsule wardrobe if you're all fancy. Okay, Carol says the prednisone is wicked stuff. Yeah, I had a hard time going to sleep last night, but you had to take 2 in the morning, and then you had to take 1 after every meal, and then 2 before bed. And she said it might keep me up, and it did. But I think it helped a little bit. So Carol's had laryngitis, and the virus is in your neck of the woods too. Should have used my, what do you call it? Silicone mat there. All right, let's trim these off. I could probably just use scissors, but let's be fancy. Kathy says she's up all night the first night. Yeah, it was 2:30, I think, when I finally just said, okay, I'm going to try and close my eyes and go to sleep. And it was 2:30 or 3. So it wasn't fun. That one I didn't quite get it close enough, but there we go. All right, so there's our layer. Now the rest is all going to be fun. We're going to do a little heat embossing for the sentiment. Make sure your clouds are going the right way when you put it on the front of the card, because I almost just put them upside down. And then for our little cloud, I'm going to use a little scrap of basic white. And I'm going to use this little face from the Sharing Sunshine, this little face here, with some Memento, black Memento ink. Carol says I'm so good at sponging. I don't know about that. I think the sponge does all the work, but and then I'm going to take our Cloud Builder punch here and punch that cute little face out. The Cloud Builder punch is in the Spring Mini catalog. It's kind of a nice little punch to have, I think. And I'm going to plop her on up there. I've decided my cloud is a female cloud. I don't know why. Because she has pink cheeks. That's probably why I've decided that. She's got her blush on today. So I'm going to put her about right there. And then we're going to use these 2021-2023 in color jewels, because this is polished pink, which is an in color, and I'm going to use the polished pink gem for the little cheeks. This stamp set does have little circles for the cheeks. If you'll look here, I did the little sun. I used the little stamps for that, but I thought it would be cute to use these jewels on our cloud. I always like to put a little embellishment on my cards, either some ribbon or a rhinestone or a sequin or something. I always like to put a little something on there. All right. And the last thing we're going to do is just take this half strip of basic black, and I am going to use my anti-static tool and grab some Versamark and some white embossing powder. And the sentiment I'm taking from the art gallery stamp set. I just liked this font. It's very simple, and I liked the "You Are Lovely" sentiment. I tried to use one of these, but I thought the happy birthday was too big. The thank you would have been okay. The sunshine and you bring warmth into my life didn't really go with the card. So I chose the sentiment from the art gallery set. I knew I wanted to send it to my lovely granddaughter Olivia, so I wanted something. And I'm going to stand up, guys, because I have to get over top of this to make sure we're straight. There we go. I always like to close my Versamark up so the powder doesn't go on top of the ink pad when I get all crazy with it. See, I just threw some over here. Okay, it's going to get a little noisy for a second. Let me grab my little tweezers. Alrighty. And I'll just use my scissors to kind of trim the ends. I'm not going to flag them or anything. I'm going to be very simple. We're just using straight edges. And then I'm going to pop that up with some dimensionals as well. I'll just put it right, sit straight, yeah, right there. So that's the card. Isn't that cute? If you had some April birthdays, this would be a cute little card. April showers bring May flowers. It's just a happy little card. So that's the card for today. I will be back Monday for Make It Monday. If I can answer any questions for you guys, please let me know. Reach out to me if you have any questions or need anything, and we will talk soon. Happy stamping!